Welcome to the painting party. I'm Julie Swanson Davis for Blick Art Materials. You know, when my friends and I get together for our creative fun nights, one of the things that we've discovered we love to do is something we call a dot-dot painting. These paintings are made with nothing but dots. Repetitive patterns, symmetry, delicious colors. Once you start doing them, it's hard to stop. The ideas just keep on coming. The dots are made by filling in these little squeeze bottles with acrylic paint. These are what we call a detailer writer. If you twist off the entire cap portion like this, you can squeeze your acrylic paint right in there. Blick acrylic paint is the perfect consistency to use with this method because Blick acrylic has a softer body that squeezes well. If you take off the cap, like this, you can see there's a long, narrow tip. A new bottle is closed up, so you need to take a pair of scissors, and right up here towards the top there's a little line, and you just snip that off. Okay, now that, once you shake it down, will give you a very small dot. Now if you want to have a larger dot, just snip it off a little further down, and then, whoa. Then we get a larger dot. So you can really control the size of your dots. If you put the cap back on, the Blick acrylic will stay good in there and it won't dry out. There's larger size squeeze bottles as well, and you can get a variety of dot sizes. We're just going to start with an assortment of my favorite colors put in the squeeze bottles. You should also have on hand a pencil, a small pointed brush, a couple of flat brushes, a small paper plate for palette, paper towels, and water. Other supplies that might come in handy for dots are circle templates, some swabs, wooden discs maybe. If you don't have wooden discs, a few saved cap lids would do. And of course you might want to have some glue as well. Now, for a painting surface, I've looked at these cute little canvases in the store for a long time now, and I never knew what I wanted to do with them. Now I do. They're stretched canvases that have little wooden stretcher bars on the back side. These come in a variety of sizes. There's also black canvases and canvas panels that also come in black and white in a variety of sizes. Now those are fun, but for a little something different, we have round canvases for making coasters. There's also shaped canvases. Just a couple examples I have here are a flower shape and a butterfly shape. Okay, so today what I'd like to do is just show you some ideas. These are going to inspire you and you can just take off and do it from there. So I've painted a few of these small canvas panels with a background color already, so I can start with a real colorful look first of all. I'm going to dig right in here with the circle template. And I think I'll start with one of the largest circles we have here on the circle template. With my pencil, I'm going to draw the circle. Now you notice I'm letting it just kind of bleed off the side of the canvas panel there. I don't feel like I need to fit them all on there, but let's do for the next one, let's do a circle that does fit right on the canvas and right up next to the circle I just drew. Awesome. And let's use that same size, do another one right next to it. And then I think I'm going to go to a smaller size, and this one's going to bleed off the side as well. Now I can start by painting with one of my larger brushes. I think I'm just going to paint one of these smaller ones with white paint. And I love the looks of that orange color right there too. So I think I'll just make this one a bright orange. Now I have some of these wooden discs here, and some of them are already painted, some fun colors. So I'm going to just glue a couple of those on. And this is going to give me a little bit of dimension, so it's going to be a little bit of a raised surface. All right, now it's time to make some dots. So let's start with that black that I just opened. I know this is going to make some larger dots. If you're not sure that that first one has their paint down, I do find it's a good idea to always have a little piece of paper handy or use a spot on your palette and just make sure that you don't have an air bubble sitting there on the top. Now I'm just going to go right along that line that I just drew, and I'm just making one dot after another. I think one of the reasons we love our dot dot painting so much is because it's so fast and we don't necessarily have to worry about cleaning up brushes or anything like that. Anyone can do a dot dot painting. There's no artistic skill really required in this at all. Now I can just keep going and going and going with this. I mean, I don't know that there is such a thing as too many dots. Once you have your painting complete, do you know what you could do with it? Well, you could place it on a small easel, as some of the ones that I have, just display it as a piece of art, of course. You could use it as a coaster. You could attach a ribbon to it to hang as an ornament, or you could also wear it. This is my dot dot pendant that I have on. See? I not only did a dot dot painting on the front, I turned it over on the back side. I did a dot dot painting back there, and I placed a small charm in the middle. You could also put a small photo in there and call it a locket. All right, well, now that you've been watching me, I know you want to give this a try. There's a supply list that includes everything I've used today and a lot more information at dickblick.com.